Hello, my name is Belinda Bowles, and I wanted to tell you about Freedom Chairs of Indiana. I want to talk to you about their mission, their volunteers, the positive impact, the community benefits, and the recipients and awards that they have received. The primary mission is to provide mobility for the recipients, such as if they have a manual wheelchair, we provide an electric wheelchair so that they can be more mobile and do other things. There's no cost to the recipient. All the volunteers are not paid, they just strictly dedicate their time to us, and they find the compassion just doing good, and we accept donations from corporations and private individuals. The volunteers, they're all students. They work, except with the exception of the attorney, they're all students. Most of them come from the Plainfield robotics team. They learned a lot of knowledge working on robots, the electrical and the mechanical, so they're able to actually work on these wheelchairs and get them working. Sometimes it's just a matter of they need batteries, but the problem with that is the batteries run about 150 a piece, and it takes 2 batteries. So, it's still costly to do it, so we do take the donations. The Plainfield High School itself and the faculty have been volunteering. The robotics teacher coordinated with the school, and they allowed us to use a room so that the students could work on the wheelchairs right after school. An attorney in the Plainfield area heard about us. His son has cerebral palsy, so he has a passion for helping others also. So he does all the legal work, whether it be forms for the IRS, anything legal that we need, he's there for us absolutely at no cost to us. The positive impacts, it bonds the disabled students with the able students. Before, they were 2 worlds apart because they thought they were so different. But now with this, they have found they're just like the other kids. They just have a little bit of a challenge, but they still have the same heart, have the same personality. They're just great kids. The recipients, they're happier because they finally are able to do stuff for themselves. They don't have to constantly rely on people to push them around. They're able to do it. It makes them more confident. As far as another positive impact is, it helps the students learn knowledge. They learn how to do things with wheelchairs that can help them in their future. They never know. It's just not restricted. So they're enhancing their knowledge. They're building good work ethics. They work hard and they get no pay. So they know how to work, and they know that it doesn't have to be about money. It can be just about their generosity and the power of giving to others. The community benefits makes the family more mobile. They can go on trips more easily together. It provides equal opportunity because now, like I said, they can go out and play in the yard. Their legs are just a wheelchair, not strictly immobile at home. So they're able to go out and do things on their own. The Freedom Chairs has gotten state recognition. There were links on the website to newspapers that were from northern Indiana. So it's got statewide attention. It's got the students involved. That's definitely important because they're not at home doing video games. They're doing something important, helping out the community. And the community just all comes together and says, how can we help? Also, it makes people aware of these needs. And the community promotes volunteerism within the community. They even did a fundraiser where it supported the local business. Freedom Chair students went out and sold ads for a calendar for the businesses around town. They had a coupon. It helps the community, bring the community in, but it also helps raise funds for Freedom Chairs so that they can continue. Promotes community values, equal opportunity, integrity, giving, all of that. And I think there's a pride in the community because this comes from Plainfield, and everywhere you see about Freedom Chairs, it's in Plainfield. So Plainfield's got good recognition from it also. The recipients, the first recipient had Dandy Walker syndrome. So he had trouble with his legs and arms. So that made a manual even difficult to use. And that's what promoted Freedom Chairs. The president of Freedom Chairs saw him struggling and couldn't understand exactly why didn't he have an electric wheelchair. You see him all around, why didn't he have one? So after investigating, he found out his insurance just didn't cover an electric wheelchair and they were unable to afford it. That set Freedom Chairs in motion. Then also a person contacted him about a young man, about 15 years old, had a motorcycle accident, motocross accident. He was competing. He was paralyzed from the waist down. He heard about that, and being a motocross person himself, he immediately jumped into gear, got another chair fixed up for him, and actually contacted a company where they could trick out the wheelchair to look like his motorbike. When he presented that to him, it's like it gave him a whole new prospect on life, because he could do things. And because of the type of chair that he was given, they can tilt it back so he can do his bow and arrow. So he's not restricted to be able to do nothing anymore. Another one was a veteran contacted us. Everybody thinks, well, veterans, they get all that stuff free. Well, they do to a certain extent, but this gentleman, his wheelchair broke. They can only have a new one every so many years. Well, his broke. He didn't have the money to get it repaired. It may have even been irreparable. But he would have to go a year without an electric chair, and he was a very active person. So Freedom Chairs gave him a wheelchair so that then he could continue being active in the meantime before he could get a new chair. Another victim was a drunk driver. Hit this woman, and she was paralyzed. And just out of word of mouth, Freedom Chairs found out about it and immediately got her a chair so that she is more mobile. Also, the most challenging was a student that was paralyzed. She's very small. Most of the recipients were adult-sized people, so the wheelchairs were kind of standard. But now, Freedom Chairs had something. She was small, so a regular chair wouldn't work. So Freedom Chairs searched and searched and did finally find a chair for her, and just seeing the joy on her face made it all worth it. The awards that they've received, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. That was huge. He was also the president of he received the President's Award from the Cerebral Palsy, which that's very unusual for a person under the age of 18 to receive that award, so that was a huge award for them. Also, Power of Children. This is actually ran by the Children's Museum. It's for anyone under the age of 17 that makes a positive impact on the community. Stopover Incorporated gave him a Community Service Award. That organization helps young teenagers get back. You know, they got in trouble, but they help them get back and be good, make something of themselves and be good kids. Just recently, the Indiana Pacers gave him the Indiana Heroes Award. He's also received Coles Cairds Award for the town of Plainfield. He's received the Step Above Award from the Plainfield Women's Club. The Business Women's Club contacted him, also gave him an award. He's received a couple of awards for different things through the school board, whether it be caring. They have different values. So he received a couple Equal Opportunities, award from the school board. He has received, finally, after 2 years in waiting, he did finally receive the 501(c)(3) from the IRS. That was huge. That was really important because he doesn't have to pay taxes on everything now. He is tax exempt so that he doesn't have to pay taxes on the donations. Being a senior in high school, some of the concern was, is Freedom Chairs going to be able to continue? It is going to be able to continue because currently he is training other students in what he does so that they can continue working while he's at school, after school, on weekends, whatever they need to do to help people out, they can continue. And Mooresville, there was a storage place that donated a storage unit free of charge. So that way we don't have to pay for that. So that's less cost out of Freedom Chairs. They do fundraising, as I explained earlier. They did the calendars. They raised a lot of money with that. Plus they supported the local business all at the same time. Now they did set up a board of directors because they want everything to be run like a business and make sure everything is correct so that they don't lose their 501(c) or anything like that. And another advantage is, in the fall, he's going to Rose-Hulman. It's only an hour away from where Freedom Chairs operates. So he will be able to still sustain the business and be able to help others. I hope you've enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.